The year was 2087, and the world was on the edge of transformation, though most people remained unaware of the shift that was about to unfold. Humanity had advanced in ways that seemed unimaginable a century earlier. Colonies on the Moon and Mars were now operational, artificial intelligence had revolutionized industries, and deep space exploration had become a reality. Despite these advancements, a sense of spiritual emptiness lingered. Wars and conflicts had not vanished, and people still searched for answers beyond the physical realm. The universe, vast and mysterious, continued to hold secrets yet to be uncovered. On a quiet evening, at the Lunar Deep Space Observatory, a team of astronomers worked tirelessly, analyzing the latest data transmitted from deep space probes. Among them was Dr. Elena Voss, an astrophysicist renowned for her work in decoding cosmic anomalies. She was a woman of both science and intuition, often drawn to the mysteries of the universe in ways her colleagues did not always understand. As she stared at the screen filled with streams of data, something unusual caught her attention. A signal, a rhythmic pattern of harmonic frequencies, was being detected from an unexplored region of space. At first, she assumed it was another pulsar or a distant quasar, but as she adjusted the filters and enhanced the data, she realized that this was different. It was not a natural phenomenon. It was deliberate, structured, and intelligent. Dr. Voss immediately alerted her team, and within minutes, the control room was filled with scientists analyzing the data. The signal repeated at precise intervals, as if it were a message waiting to be deciphered. It resonated at frequencies known to interact with the human brain, triggering neural activity in ways never before observed. This was not just a cosmic occurrence, it was a transmission meant to be received. The discovery spread quickly among the scientific community, and soon governments and space agencies around the world became involved. Some believed it was an alien civilization attempting to make contact, while others feared it could be a warning. Classified agencies took immediate interest, restricting access to information and attempting to control the narrative. However, the signal was already being picked up by independent researchers and amateur radio astronomers. Could not be hidden for long. As the days passed, reports emerged of strange experiences among those who had been exposed to the signal for extended periods. Individuals across the globe, scientists, spiritual leaders, and ordinary citizens began experiencing vivid dreams filled with complex star maps, unknown symbols, and celestial landscapes. Many described hearing ethereal voices whispering messages of guidance and enlightenment. Others reported an overwhelming sensation of interconnectedness, as if they were becoming aware of a greater cosmic consciousness beyond human understanding. At first, these accounts were dismissed as mere coincidences or psychological reactions to the excitement of the discovery. However, when thousands of people, many of whom had no prior knowledge of astronomy or ancient spiritual teachings, began reporting identical visions, skepticism started to fade. Something extraordinary was happening. Dr. Voss, fascinated and deeply intrigued, took it upon herself to decode the signal. With the help of linguistic experts and artificial intelligence models trained to recognize patterns, she began piecing together fragments of the message. What she uncovered was beyond anything she had ever imagined. The signal contained a sequence of complex mathematical equations that aligned with sacred geometrical patterns found in ancient civilizations. It also carried a vibrational resonance that seemed to activate dormant regions of the human brain. More astonishingly, when certain frequencies of the signal were played, they induced altered states of consciousness in listeners, allowing them to perceive information beyond their normal cognitive abilities. It was as if the message was not merely being transmitted in words or numbers, but as an energetic code designed to awaken something within those who heard it. The realization sent shivers down her spine. Was this the long-awaited moment? Had humanity finally received a call from an advanced extraterrestrial civilization? As the news spread, debates ignited across the world. Scientists, spiritual teachers, philosophers, and political leaders each interpreted the phenomenon in their own way. Some saw it as a divine intervention, a long-prophesied awakening of the human species. Others feared it could be a psychological experiment conducted by unknown forces. Religious institutions questioned whether this was the work of celestial beings or something beyond their comprehension. Meanwhile, a small yet powerful group of individuals within classified government organizations saw the signal as a threat. They recognized the potential it had, not just to change human understanding of the universe, but to dismantle the existing power structures that had kept civilizations under control for centuries. If humans could unlock higher consciousness, if they could tap into their true potential, no authority on Earth could manipulate or suppress them any longer. Behind closed doors, secret discussions took place. Strategies were formed to contain the spread of the signal, to discredit those who spoke of its effects, and to develop technology that could block its transmission. However, despite their efforts, the momentum was unstoppable. The awakening had already begun, and there was no way to silence the call of the cosmos. Dr. Voss knew that this was only the beginning. The message had not yet been fully understood, and there was much more to uncover. Who had sent it? What was its true purpose? And most importantly, was humanity ready to embrace the transformation it had set into motion? As she stood under the vast expanse of the night sky, gazing at the infinite stars above, she could not help but wonder, had the Arcturians finally reached out to guide humanity toward its next evolutionary step? And if so, what awaited on the horizon of this great cosmic awakening? Little did she know, the real journey was just about to begin. For centuries, humanity had looked to the stars with wonder and curiosity, searching for answers to the greatest questions of existence. Were humans alone in the vast universe? Did intelligent life exist beyond Earth? And if so, would those beings ever make contact? These questions had fueled scientific research, philosophical debates, and spiritual contemplation for generations. Then, everything changed. A signal arrived from the depths of space, reaching Earth in a manner unlike anything ever recorded. It was not a simple radio transmission, nor was it a random cosmic phenomenon. It was precise, rhythmic, and intentional. More importantly, it resonated in a way that seemed to go beyond technology. It seemed to communicate directly with the human mind. Scientists at space observatories across the world were the first to detect it. The frequency was unlike anything they had ever encountered. At first, it appeared to be a series of mathematical sequences, complex yet ordered, as if designed to be understood by an intelligent species. However, as researchers continued to study the signal, they realized that it contained more than just numbers. It carried a pattern of harmonic frequencies that interacted with brain waves in a way that was both mysterious and profound. People who spent extended time listening to the decoded patterns began to experience extraordinary phenomena. At first, they reported vivid dreams filled with celestial imagery, visions of stars, galaxies, and unknown worlds. Many described seeing complex geometrical patterns, as if ancient knowledge was being revealed to them. Some heard voices, not in an auditory sense, but as thoughts that emerged within their consciousness. These voices carried messages of wisdom, guidance, and an invitation to understand a deeper truth about the universe. As news of the signal spread, individuals from various backgrounds, scientists, spiritual leaders, and ordinary people, began to share similar experiences. They spoke of a growing sense of connection, as if an invisible force was awakening something dormant within them. It was as if their minds were being tuned to a higher frequency, opening them to an awareness that had always been there, but had remained hidden beneath the distractions of everyday life. One of the most fascinating discoveries was that the signal did not simply transmit information. It seemed to unlock something within those who were receptive to it. Neurologists studying the effects noticed unusual brain activity in those exposed to the harmonic patterns. Areas of the brain associated with intuition, creativity, and higher reasoning became more active. Some individuals even displayed enhanced cognitive abilities, such as increased memory retention, heightened perception, and an improved ability to solve complex problems. At the same time, historians and archaeologists found strange correlations between the signal's patterns and ancient symbols from lost civilizations. Sacred geometric shapes found in the ruins of forgotten cultures appeared to match the sequences embedded within the cosmic transmission. Ancient texts from various traditions spoke of a celestial call, a moment when humanity would be guided toward its next phase of evolution by beings from beyond the stars. As theories emerged, debates ignited worldwide. Some believed the signal was proof that an advanced extraterrestrial civilization was reaching out to help humanity ascend to a higher state of being. Others suspected that it was a natural cosmic event, a frequency emitted by the universe itself that had always been present but was only now being properly understood. Despite the controversy, those who embraced the message found themselves undergoing personal transformations. Many who had suffered from doubt, fear, or uncertainty about their place in the universe now felt a profound sense of peace and clarity. They began to view life through a different lens, one of unity, purpose, and interconnectedness. As the phenomenon continued, a group of scientists and researchers worked together to create an advanced decoding system. They wanted to uncover the full meaning behind the transmission. Their efforts led to the discovery of a secondary layer within the signal, an encoded message embedded within the harmonic frequencies. When properly translated, the message conveyed a simple yet powerful statement. The time has come. Awaken. Remember who you are. The implications were staggering. Who had sent this message? Was it truly from an extraterrestrial intelligence? Or was it something even greater, perhaps a call from the very fabric of the universe itself? For those who accepted the message, life was no longer the same. They felt compelled to explore new ideas, question old beliefs, and seek out knowledge that had once seemed beyond reach. A global movement began to form, bringing together people from all walks of life who shared a common vision. They believed that the call from the stars was an invitation to step beyond the limitations of the past and embrace a future of infinite possibilities. Yet, not everyone welcomed this change. Some saw it as a challenge to the established order, a disruption that threatened the structures of power and control that had governed human civilization for centuries. Efforts were made to discredit those who spoke of the signal's transformative effects. Skeptics dismissed the experiences as mass hysteria, while certain organizations sought to suppress information about the phenomenon. However, the momentum had already grown too strong to be stopped. Across the world, individuals continued to receive insights and revelations. Artists created masterpieces inspired by their visions. Scientists pursued breakthroughs that once seemed impossible, and spiritual seekers found a deeper understanding of their place in the cosmos. It was as if a door had been opened, revealing a path that had always been there, waiting for humanity to take the first step. The call from the stars had been answered, and now the journey of awakening had begun. As the message from the stars spread across the world, igniting curiosity and awakening minds, not everyone embraced it with open hearts. While many saw it as an invitation to evolve, grow, and reconnect with the greater cosmic truth, there were forces that viewed it as a threat to the established order. These forces operated from the shadows, working tirelessly to suppress the awakening before it could reach its full potential. The resistance against the awakening was not one that could be easily seen. It was not fought with armies or weapons, nor did it take place on battlefields of steel and fire. Instead, it was a silent conflict, hidden in plain sight, unfolding in the minds and hearts of humanity. It was a war of ideas, beliefs, and perceptions, where truth was the most powerful weapon and ignorance the strongest shield. At the heart of this resistance were groups that had long controlled the flow of knowledge, ensuring that only selected information was made available to the masses. These organizations, whether in the form of influential institutions, secret societies, or powerful elites, had built their influence over centuries. They thrived in a world where humanity remained unaware of its full potential. The arrival of the cosmic signal disrupted this control, introducing knowledge that could free people from the limitations imposed upon them. As individuals around the world began to experience profound shifts in awareness, the resistance intensified its efforts to suppress the truth. The first and most effective tactic was to discredit those who spoke openly about their experiences. Scientists who explored the origins of the signal found their research funding mysteriously revoked. Spiritual leaders who embraced the message were ridiculed and labeled as misguided dreamers. Those who experienced the awakening firsthand were dismissed as victims of delusion or psychological manipulation. Information was another battleground. Misinformation campaigns spread confusion, making it difficult for people to discern truth from fabrication. Stories were planted to convince the world that the signal was nothing more than a cosmic anomaly, an unexplained but ultimately meaningless event. Some media outlets even promoted fear, suggesting that the transmission was a form of psychological interference designed to manipulate the human mind. The goal was to ensure that doubt overshadowed belief, that uncertainty clouded clarity, and that fear replaced curiosity. Yet, despite these efforts, the awakening could not be stopped. The message from the stars resonated too deeply within those who had experienced its call. It was not merely a piece of information, it was a transformation that changed the way people thought, felt, and perceived reality. The resistance could delay the inevitable, but it could not erase what had already begun. A growing network of awakened individuals formed a movement dedicated to preserving the truth. These were scientists, scholars, artists, healers, and visionaries who understood that humanity stood at a crossroads. They shared their experiences, created safe spaces for open discussion, and worked together to decode the deeper meaning of the cosmic signal. This network operated beyond the reach of suppression, using technology, intuition, and ancient wisdom to counteract the forces working against them. One of the most significant discoveries made by the awakened was that resistance itself was part of the journey. Throughout history, every great transformation had faced opposition. Every era of enlightenment had been met with forces that sought to maintain the status quo. They realized that the hidden war was not about winning or losing, but about choosing a path. Would humanity remain bound to an existence of limitation, or would it step forward into the vast unknown, embracing its place among the stars? The struggle between awakening and suppression continued, but a shift had already begun. Each person who embraced the truth became a beacon, illuminating the way for others. The resistance had tried to keep humanity in the shadows, but the light of awareness was spreading. A new chapter in human history was being written, and for the first time it was being shaped not by those who sought control, but by those who sought freedom. The hidden war was far from over, but the battle for the soul of humanity had already reached a turning point. The call from the stars had been heard, and there was no going back. The future was unfolding, and those who had awakened stood, ready to guide humanity toward its next great destiny. As the call from the stars continued to resonate across the planet, the awakening of humanity began to take shape in ways that had never been seen before. It was not an instant transformation, nor was it uniform across all people. Instead, it unfolded like the first rays of sunlight breaking through the darkness, illuminating minds and hearts that had long been shrouded in doubt and limitation. The awakening was not just a shift in awareness, but a profound realization of humanity's true nature and potential. For those who were receptive, the change was undeniable. Their dreams became clearer, filled with visions of celestial landscapes and ancient knowledge that seemed to whisper forgotten truths. They found themselves drawn to subjects they had never considered before: sacred geometry, vibrational energy, consciousness expansion, and the deeper mysteries of the universe. Some even reported an enhanced connection to nature, feeling the pulse of the earth as if it were a living, breathing entity guiding them toward understanding. The awakening was not limited to scholars, mystics, or scientists. It touched people from all walks of life: teachers, artists, healers, engineers, and those who had never before questioned the nature of reality. They began to feel a deep inner calling, an unshakable sense that they were meant for something greater. It was as if a veil had been lifted, revealing a path that had always been there but had remained hidden from view. A key aspect of the awakening was the realization that human consciousness was far more powerful than had been believed. Those who embraced the change discovered that their thoughts had a direct impact on their experiences. Positive intentions brought about synchronicities, seemingly random events that carried deep meaning. People found themselves meeting others who shared their newfound awareness, forming connections that felt predestined, as if they had been brought together by an invisible force. As more individuals awakened, a collective shift began to take place. Communities formed, both in the physical world and through digital platforms, where people shared their insights and experiences. They discussed their visions, their newfound understanding of energy, and the feeling that they were being guided by something beyond human comprehension. The message from the stars had not just sparked an individual transformation, but had ignited a movement that transcended borders, cultures, and beliefs. However, the awakening was not without challenges. Many who experienced this shift found it difficult to relate to those who had not yet felt its effects. Friends, family members, and colleagues often dismissed their experiences as imagination or wishful thinking. Some struggled with feelings of isolation, torn between the undeniable reality of their transformation and the skepticism of those around them. Yet, even in the face of doubt, the awakening continued to spread. The more people who embraced it, the stronger the collective energy became. One of the most remarkable aspects of this awakening was the impact it had on human emotions. People reported feeling a profound sense of peace and clarity, as if they had finally aligned with their true purpose. Fear and anxiety, which had once held them back, began to dissolve, replaced by a deep trust in the unfolding of events. Even those who had faced personal hardships found themselves filled with resilience and inner strength, as if the very fabric of the universe was supporting them on their journey. Science and spirituality, long seen as opposing forces, began to merge in the minds of the awakened. Researchers explored concepts that had once been dismissed, such as the power of human intention, the nature of consciousness, and the possibility that reality itself was far more fluid than previously believed. The cosmic signal had acted as a catalyst, opening doors to knowledge that had been waiting for humanity to reclaim. The awakening was not about abandoning the physical world, but about embracing it with new awareness. It was about recognizing that every thought, every action, and every moment held the potential to shape reality. As more people awakened, the ripple effect grew, reaching even those who had never questioned the nature of existence. The light of awareness spread, igniting minds and hearts across the planet. The journey had begun, and there was no turning back. The awakening was no longer a distant possibility. It was happening now, shaping the future in ways humanity had yet to fully comprehend. The universe, the message from the stars, had awakened something ancient within them, a memory as the awakening continued to spread across the planet. A profound transformation began to take place. It was not merely an internal shift in consciousness, but an external reflection of a world that was slowly but surely stepping into a new era. Humanity was no longer bound by the limitations of its past. The old ways of division, fear, and control were beginning to dissolve, making way for a future built on unity, understanding, and higher wisdom. People started to realize that they were not alone and buried deep within their very essence. They were part of a grand cosmic family, interconnected with countless other civilizations that had long watched over them. This realization was not just an abstract concept. It was a deep knowing that changed the way they viewed life itself. One of the most remarkable aspects of this new era was the shift in human consciousness. No longer were people bound by the constraints of fear-based thinking. Instead, they embraced the infinite possibilities that lay before them. The knowledge that thoughts and intentions shaped reality became widespread, leading to a profound transformation in the way people approached life. Acts of kindness, love, and cooperation became more natural as individuals understood the immense power of their energy. Communities flourished, no longer driven by material gain alone, but by a deep desire to support and uplift one another. People formed collectives where knowledge was freely shared, and technological advancements were no longer hidden away for profit but made available for the benefit of all. The wisdom of ancient civilizations was rediscovered, blended with the innovations of modern science to create a future that honored both the past and the potential of the present. A significant part of this transition was the reawakening of the connection between humanity and the Earth. People became more attuned to the rhythms of nature, understanding that the planet was not just a resource to be used, but a living, conscious being that had long supported them. Practices that once seemed lost, such as energy healing, natural living, and sustainable technologies, became the foundation upon which the new era was built. The land was treated with respect, and in return, it flourished, providing abundance for all. The understanding of energy and vibration also became a focal point of this transformation. People learned how to harness their inner power to heal themselves and others. The idea that disease was merely a misalignment of energy took root, leading to the rise of holistic healing methods that worked in harmony with the body's natural processes. Science and spirituality, once seen as opposing forces, now merged, revealing the deeper truths that had always existed but had been hidden from view. Another remarkable change was the way humanity interacted with the cosmos. The fear of the unknown had been replaced with a deep curiosity and excitement about the future. Open contact with benevolent extraterrestrial beings was no longer a distant dream but an inevitable reality. As humanity raised its collective vibration, it became capable of communicating with civilizations that had long awaited this moment. These advanced beings did not come to control or impose their ways, but to guide, support, and celebrate humanity's evolution. As the new era unfolded, people found themselves living in a state of harmony and balance. The struggles of the past had not been forgotten, but they had become valuable lessons that ensured history would not repeat itself. Humanity had taken its first true step into the greater cosmic community, no longer confined to a single planet but embracing its place among the stars. The dawn of this new age was not marked by a single event, but by a continuous unfolding of consciousness, a journey that would lead to even greater discoveries and transformations. The universe had extended its hand, and humanity had finally taken hold, ready to step into the limitless possibilities of its true destiny. The cosmic signal was never just a call, it was a test, and humanity, against all odds, has answered it.